it's Christine again. I'm redoing this recording. I'm not hitting that button. I was just going to show you around witherdrif, and I did like 4 minutes of recording. Hit this button and it completely kicked me out of the game when I tried to leap upward, and then gave me several error messages. And yeah, but it looks like this button activated some sort of elevator or something. I don't know what the guys were working on before I got handed the realm here. Anyway, I was just going to kind of show you around, so I'm in creative mode right now. What the hell is this, Geschlinke? Anyway, oh, it's pretty high. This must be the launch tower. Okay, yeah, because they went and defeated the Ender Dragon a few times and everybody got wings. That's the launch tower. I'm not going to be using that. So what is happening is currently the realm is offline. I'm going to be hosting it come August. July I'm taking a vacation out of state, so I don't want to deal with it then. So after vacation I'll have some money to host, and when I do that I'm going to be only inviting certain people again. Of course, the people that were involved before, and if there's other people that, you know, I feel are trustworthy enough, then I will have them be involved as well. I just don't want to deal with the level of griefers that can be out there when you get random people in. I've dealt with before having massive dragon sculptures and people coming on and destroying them right in front of my eyes while I'm working on them. Very upsetting. So so what is going to happen right here, I think, is I'm going to, unless Dragnot decides to play again, I will be turning this into a huge Japanese garden right here in Spawn, I think. Spawn here hasn't had too many changes. They've been extremely minor. But, you know, this is the spawning place, of course. I decided, just to be funny, to turn the another portal into a TARDIS. Don't ask. It was one of those things. I had to. Sorry for the sound being so loud there. And it does take a little bit to load. But yeah, you can see it's, I had to add the crystal on top. It just was too funny. This treasure trove right here was something that Paranor had done that I didn't know about. So we decided to turn the nether hub, have central storage, so I added cases all the way around. I won't be working on these hallways anytime soon, I don't think. I'm not really sure yet. But we have several... Pardon me, I just woke up too. We have several places that these tunnels lead to, and I want to keep the integrity of that, but when I saw this dome, I just thought it was too cool, and I went and lit the outside of it as well. I just thought it was way too fun. Oh, yeah, headless chicken. That's... Headless, I hate to tell you, but that's one of the first areas I want to work on, because I'd like to be able to have... he's got this really nice area with all these machines and everything, but it's very easy to get lost because there are no signs, and I'm thinking of changing some of the floor colors just to show a main path and whatnot. And I have another pig. Nice. Of course, that way is Dragondale and the mushroom biome, which is a long path that needs to be turned into a tunnel yet. And here goes out to the harbor. As you can see, I made changes to make sure that the decorative motif was about the same. So we'll go back out to the harbor. Harbor is, of course, very, very close to spawn, which it didn't really occur to me, as much as I've been building out here, it didn't occur to me how close to spawn it was. So, of course, there's the lighthouse. There's the harbor right there. This is a leftover mechanism that Paranor had in to do the train for the villagers out to the city. And it had been broken, I guess, with 1.9 coming out. So he was planning on taking this out, which I don't know exactly what he... Oh, the tunnel's still here. Oh, I almost blew right into the tunnel, it looks like. How I did not get into the tunnel, I don't know. And I will show you why I say that. Because I went and I'm just in creative right now to show you. I did a lot of the work in the harbor here in creative because I was using a ton of dynamite and I was using a lot of digging time. Okay, so I must be just a couple blocks above the tunnel. And I may still take that tunnel out. I don't know yet. But my goal, oh boy, I'm such a lovely host today. My goal was to make this harbor deep enough that if you got smaller vessels like the Santa Maria and, you know, not up to the giant galleons, but get enough, because any of the really massive sailing ships would be out in the ocean back that way. Because that's where the ocean goes, if you watched a previous video. But I wanted to be able to get ships through here, so this was a peninsula out here, just a massive landmass. And I wanted the lighted wall. Why on earth did the music get so loud again when I have set that option down so much? Yeah, and I have the difficulty on easy right now just because. Okay. Alright, let's get back to this. Anyway, still loud. I surrender all. I wanted a lighted wall along here for, you know, so that you could see you'd have the lighthouse over there and the wall over here. And my husband is going to be messing with this island here, so he's probably going to have that side of the channel lit there too. There's a sandbar over here, so I decided to just do a quick little lighted spot with it. I think it's kind of cool. I kind of like it. Fond of that. That wall here is going to continue all the way in these mountains and of course end before it hits spawn, so it's probably going to end right about here is what I think. And my plan is to get some housing and stuff all along the top of these cliffs. Hey, it's time for me to wake up. So all along these cliffs will be different houses and stuff like that. So the city is actually, because of how close spawn was, the city is going to expand into spawn. Right here is a gate I'm kind of fond of. You can see the pattern I did was with the quartz block, and it ends up kind of looking like Japanese paper. It's really cool. And the gold stone actually, or the glowstone, pardon me, actually gives it kind of a yellowish light. which looks really nice. The alarm rang, it's time for me to wake up. So, whoops, and I get back into survival mode here. I'm going to fill this in and shore up these walls, and there will be houses up here too. But this gate I'm actually pretty pleased with. It is lit. It looks, I think it looks pretty cool. I'm very proud of that gate. It's pretty. Yeah, for some reason from this angle it looks unbalanced, but it is balanced. Maybe I'm just unbalanced. But yeah, again, same thing. Everything, of course, lights up when nightfall hits. There'll be more housing along this way. I think my current city development, instead of developing near the dragon back in the distance over there where Old Castle is, I'm going to be developing quite a bit along here for a while and doing at least one ship and one being built, and then go from there. This dock I lengthened out because I want to be able to get ships on both sides of it, and, you know, or if there's a smaller ship here, that's fine. But to be able to have a ship planted along here, because this dome is going to be coming up out of the water straight a little bit and then start curving, so we had an issue with bringing ships out this way. And smaller ones would still be able to pull it off, but not the larger ones, so that's why, part of why I put the channel in. And all of this down below here had been various sandbars and stuff like that, so I flattened those out. It took a lot of hours of work to do the underwater work, but I'm pretty satisfied with it. Along that way, of course, eventually will be more houses going out that way. This medieval city, I think, is going to be as large as King's Landing. Definitely going to have my own style to it, but yeah, I am pretty excited with the way things are looking so far. I may put houses along the road from Old Castle yet. That might be a more current project, but that's where we sit right now. There's the two houses that I had done completely in survival mode, which is a challenge. This one is one that's going to span over this way, and it's going to have an arch with a garden underneath the arch, so that'll be a larger house there, and that'll be doing in survival again once I really get a floor plan in my head. Yeah, so that's, I did not also realize how close I had the harbor to Old Castle itself, which is pretty cool. I'm happy with that. So it'll be a little spot for like fishing in here. I'm going to keep this little lagoon in here as well. So that's where we sit. Most of the progress had been with digging this harbor out. Little thing I did not show you guys. Part of the reason why I ended up going into creative mode was because I had discovered while I was digging, and we're pretty sure that Mammoth Cave is going to lead right into this thing. Parts of it are not taken up with water, but like down here where these air pockets are, there is cave under there that's not flooded. I wanted some of this to be flooded just to kind of give a little interest to the harbor, and I did light it in part so people can see it when they're on the ship. So I'm thinking if Mammoth Cave, if we do manage to get it to expand out and break into this is where my crystal cavern is going to end up being. So part of it will be buried. But I didn't feel like dealing with that while I'm trying to blow everything up and not drown. So I just said, fuck it. and went into creative. And holy crap, there's more cave. Yeah, I think this whole island is a cave underneath. So anyway, there's where we're going. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, I apologize for being so sleepy, but when I make some more progress, I will do another video, and when it goes online, I will do another video with it back online again, and people can contact me. I have to figure out the screening process yet. And what I'm going to do. Because, like I said, I don't want the work destroyed. So if anybody has any ideas how it works with realms to maybe have it where some people don't have the ability to create or destroy, you know, to just have visitors, stuff like that, you know, where I can set various levels for people, because I've never actually hosted outside of On the Land for the family. I've never hosted a game world in Minecraft before there were realms. So if anybody has any ideas for me, or ideas for a screening process or anything like that, please leave them in the crotch bar below, and you know, I'll see where we go from there, because I do want to get this back online. I would love to be able to have people come and see it for themselves. So yeah, there we go. So blessed be everybody. Have a fantastic night.